Hey, how's your relationship doing? No, not that one. The important one, right? The one between you and D&D. Are you growing tired of 5th edition D&D? Has it gotten a little stale? Do you find yourself, peeking over at other TTRPGs just to see if it'll give you that same feeling you used to get in 2014 when it first came out? Well, I think I might have just the thing. Wizards of the Coast have just released their first revamp/facelift to the core system of 5th edition rules in their new book, the 2024 Players Handbook. Is this book enough to fix your relationship with D&D? Let's find out. Now let's start off with the new, shall we? Backgrounds. They seemingly have changed a lot, but in reality, they just gained features that already existed in other character creation locations. When you choose a specific background now, you gain an ability score improvement array and a feat that corresponds with the flavor of said background. Now, I like this, I really do. I think it makes more sense that your environment and the things your character goes through when they grow up would have more of a substantial impact on their stats than the race that they were born into. Epic boon feats. Epic boon feats are quite like normal feats, just epica and boonia. But seriously, in the words of Wizards of the Coast, epic boon feats are incredibly powerful and unique feats that reflect your character reaching the pinnacle of their power. Whether you choose to gain proficiency in all skills, master the art of short-range teleportation, or something else, epic boon feats are another way to customize your play experience. They are also so powerful that they are relegated to characters past the level 10 mark. Weapon mastery is rewarded to characters who express knowledge and a deep understanding of the way their weapon works and learn to use them in unique ways. Once you have earned this, you gain properties that are tied to each individual weapon. For example, the Maul's property is to topple an enemy and knock them prone, and a great axe can be used to cleave through multiple enemies at a time like butter. Not only does this flat out make your weapon stronger and more fun, but it adds an opportunity for strategy when the situation calls for it. Now, those are the biggest changes in the book, but I'll rattle off some of the little changes right now. All of the content from Tasha's and Xanatar's has been gathered into this one convenient book. Some of the subclasses have been reworked, new rules have been added, and there is a new, half-baked crafting system, and a few other minor little details. Now, I have scoured the internet and done more than enough research to sum up the book in one sentence. The 2024 Players Handbook is less like a new game and more like a remaster with some minor DLC. Now, look, I really enjoy the changes in this book, and I think it fixes some of the problems that have been plaguing this game for the past 10 years. But I don't think Wotc has done enough to spice up this relationship, and I don't know if it's gonna last for you people. I don't know. What do you think of when you hear the name D&D?
Honestly, a fun time.
D&D?
Yeah.
Two nifty tits.
Do not disturb.
I love that.
Dungeons and Dragons?
My man. You ever played?
No, I just know it.
What the hell? Are you a dungeon master who's always wanted to break away from those pesky modules and homebrew your own setting? Is homebrewing daunting to you? Well, I may have just the thing. Kobold Press Campaign Builder Series. With the release of their newest entry in the series, Castles and Crowns, I think it is high time to talk about just how vital these books can be to a new world builder. Now, Cities and Towns is a $60, 250-page wealth of knowledge with a zero filler, okay? The book is split into 5 chapters, city planning. In this chapter, you will find information about how to handle magic, population and city size, and some other smaller gems. Anatomy of a city introduces the very interesting and well thought out concept of the 6 climates. The climates represent the different district types that could possibly be in your city. The concept totally checks out and streamlines your city building without losing any detail. City Inhabitants is a beautiful and well-organized resource that will populate your cities with living, breathing organisms and all the bustle of real life. City Campaigns and City Heroes, honestly, are the 2 chapters I didn't know I needed, yet thoroughly enjoyed. A buttload of ideas for encounters, reasons for the heroes to be there, but also ideas of how to live in the city, as a party. City Heroes introduces some very good rule sets too that I think can keep a campaign rolling, but also reward your players in creative ways. Sure, there are some ideas that could be a little fleshed out here and there, but this is the single best place to start when it comes to world building, and I mean that. The new Castles and Crowns book is a 272-page tome that expands on the ideas presented in Cities and Towns. Transform a dynastic game by awarding royal titles, creating factions, and making war, and forging peace. Create detailed NPCs to populate your kingdoms, including rulers, courtiers, generals, jesters, and many more. Enhance your kingdom-level campaign with interesting and functional castles, manors, and palaces. Last but not least, there are new player options and magic items, sample kingdoms, and spells for courtly characters. Pretty much, just picture all the love and detail that went into Cities and Towns, right? But add a little bit of the entire kingdom to it, right? And with these 2 supplements, averaging $120 altogether, you will have everything you need to build the kick-ass homebrew world that your game deserves.
Halt! Maybe 15. You would observe that the scene of Mistress Asharu's murder. Surrender, or be taken by force.
Oh, easy, fellas. I know it seems bad, but we're not here to cause trouble.
We're not? That don't sound like us. You were warned.
There are times to talk and times to fight, but sometimes you just gotta run!
The Legend of Vox Machina is back, baby. Fans have been eagerly awaiting any information on the show since the release of Season 2 all the way back in February 2023. Well, the wait is over because I am happy to report that Entertainment Weekly has just dropped an interview with the entire Critical Role cast, where they talk about what fans can expect in Season 3, some exclusive shots from the season that I will be including in this video, and also information on their upcoming Mighty 9 show. The show made a pretty big gamble when they decided to leave off Season 2 with a cliffhanger, whilst there was no promise of a Season 3. Sam Riegel, executive producer, states, "This season is going to wrap up the Chroma Conclave arc that began all the way back in Season 1's cliffhanger. But this isn't all they have in store." Willingham states, "Now, as someone who has never followed a Critical Role campaign from beginning to end, I know, it's blasphemous. But this season seems like it is really raising the stakes, and I cannot wait to see where they take it." And as far as the Mighty 9, they have this to say. So, all in all, the future is looking very bright for Critical Role fans. Make sure to tune in October 3rd when Vox Machina Season 3 drops on Amazon Prime. Alright, that has been the news. I have been Rich, and you have been amazing like always. Please make sure to check out our live play sessions in Atania. please make sure to check out our podcast called iCast Guidance. And please make sure to come back every Sunday to check the news with me. All right, guys, have a good week. Adios.